Hey, what's up everyone? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com, and today it is April 5th, 2019, and we are going to look at the Forex trades I'm currently in. There's going to be about 25 or so pairs of them. So starting off, let me scroll over here a little bit. We are going to start with the AUDCHF. This is that bread and butter trade I've been in forever. Looking at the long side, I'm in right here, looking to go up to just south of the 50% retracement level using my bread and butter trade. You can see over here, that's why I'm basing it off of using this Fibonacci move right here. Basically how the bread and butter trade is. Using these fib levels, we're looking for price to eventually come back and retrace up to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. You can see we have the extensions down here. Price has been hitting them, but along the whole way, it never came back and hit the 50% level. So there is that one. Okay, now the AUDJPY, this is a current trade that is live, but when I'm not in, this is the it's a reverse lightning trade that we're looking at right here. You can see using that pivot point up there, and that one down here, it broke out. We're looking at hit the 127% area. Never has hit that yet, and it's past the 100%. So if it does come and dip back down here, I'm gonna get into it with the initial exit looking to be 127. If it goes down and hit that 38 level, then we'll move the exit just below the 100, and I'll get in again at the 30% level. CADCAD, this one I am currently in. This is a 38-127 trade. So the current exit we're looking at is just below the 127 right here. You can see it came down, hit the 38, initiated it. If it hits the 61, we'll get in there and we'll move our exit to just below the 38% level. CADJPY, another 38-127 long. Came down, hit the 38 using that pivot point high, that pivot point low. So we're in it right here. If it hits the 61, we'll get in there and move the exit just below 38. If it continues to go down, hit the 78, we'll get in there, then move all exits to the 50%. And finally, if it comes down here, it hits the 0% line, we'll get in there and move all the exits down below just the 68. And you see how I have it a little bit tiered. You have 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, and then 0.02 to get in. This just ensures that when it does retrace up here, I'll get in profit. And also I have more, I should have more, I guess I don't have any more, but you'll see in other charts I usually have entries along the reverse Fibonacci extension level in case the price continues to go down. But the exit won't move from the just below the 61. So this is using the daily chart. This one I'm not getting into right now, but this is 38-127 daily short right here. So current exit would be looking all the way down here at the 127 level, around 3.26926. But if price goes up and hits the 61.8, the next it moves down 38, so on and so on, just like I had mentioned from the last time. These daily charts can take forever, even though the moves can be amazing for your account. I just don't want to get into the daily chart. The highest I like going is the 4-hour chart. CHFUSD. And if you see me in some trades besides the AUDCHF daily chart, see other ones on the daily that I'm in, it's because I got into it either on the 1-hour or 4-hour, and I just zoomed out to the daily because it shows it easier on the screen. So nothing going on right here, just in sit and wait mode right here. If price comes and breaks that pivot low right there, then that would initiate the reverse lightning trade to the short side. But currently that's all we can pretty much do. And then if price goes down, well, let's see here. No, that's what we're looking for it. So that's it. That's the only thing I'm looking for right now. The CADCAD, this is two setups in one. You have the reverse lightning trade to the short side on the daily chart. So yeah, this thing is all crammed up with stuff. And then you have a reverse lightning trade using that pivot point and that pivot point to the short side. So what we are looking for is price to go down to the 100% level right down here. You can see it broke out down here. That initiated pivot point obviously never hit the 127 down here. Sorry, I got a lot of Fibonacci stuff on here, so it's kind of hard to see, but that's currently where the exit we're looking for is just below the 100, and we'll get in again at the 78. It's just a new entry I got in right here. It doesn't move the stops at all. But then if it goes up here and hits the 100% right here, then we do move the exit down to just above the 50% level. And then you can see on the opposite way that I have the Fibonacci extension levels going the reverse way to get in case like price spikes up, but that doesn't move this stop up. The odd. This is one, goes down, breaks out of it. That initiated the trade, came up, almost hit the 38 to move it up, but never quite did. So in all actuality, yeah, the exit, okay, the current exit I have is down here for it, and that's my first entry. If it comes up and hits the 38 up here, then the exit moves down to the 100, and then so on and so on, like I mentioned from the other ones. GBP, let's see, short rollover is positive. Yeah, there's nothing going on. It's going on to the upside right now, so we need a retracement to happen for us to be able to get into it. Knock, this is going to reverse light and trade to the short side using that pivot point up there, that pivot point down here. See how price broke out right down there, that initiated it. So currently the exit we're looking is just above the 127% extension level down here. We got the other ones waiting for it in case price does continue to go against me, so I can get in and move the stops appropriately. NZD, another reverse light and trade to the short side. You can see price came broke out, initiated right here, but instead of hitting the 127 down there, how dare it not do what I want to do initially. Price went up, hit 38, so that got me in right there, moved all the exits up to just above the 100%. Sorry, it's MetaTrader just goes so slow sometimes. So this is the EURPLN, again, reverse line trade to the short side. Price broke out below it, initiated it, came up, hit the 38, and I got in somewhere around right here, and then so that means the exit, since it hit the 38, got moved up to the 100, and so that's what we're looking on for that current exit for that move right there. EURSGD, another reverse light and traded in. Actually, I can get in right there. I may do that. Let's see here a second. Let's see what the old. Okay, the short rollover is positive 0.03. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in this trade. Let's do that right now. All right, so you see a little live trade right here. There we go. Just got in it right there. So the current exit is the 127. Let's see this thing adjust appropriately. Yeah, MetaTrader is going so slow right now. I'll come back and do the other entries here in a little bit, but pull down the exit to right about there. There's the 127, and then let's get in my first limit order in case price comes up to the 38% today sometime, and I like to move it a little bit lower than the level just to ensure I get in 6. I like to keep it around 10 pips or so, at least 10 pips depending on the move. That's 7, 8-ish. I like just a tad more. There we go. Now the exit that we want is, I'll just put it right on top of that one right there, 1.5208, 1.5208, and there we go. So if it comes up and hits about 38 right here, that'll get me into it, and I'll move the exit. I'll move all exits to right there. I'll go in and fill in the rest here a little bit later because I'm gonna get in another entry at the 78. Price continues to go up and doesn't fulfill that down there, and then I'll put either 0.02 or 0.03 in up here, and because the price goes up, hits there, then that moves the exits all just north of the 50, and then I'll go ahead and draw the reverse fibs the other way, because then I'll get in. I wish I had done that. Shoot. Oh well. So then what I'll do is I'll go in and get in the reverse 127 trades the other way. All right, EURUSD. This is going to be a 38.127 short setup. See price came in up there and hit that, but it's current exit we have for it down here is the 127. We're around here 1.09907. Not get into it because since this is the time to get into 38.127 right here, but since it's already gone so far down, I'm not chasing it down there. GBPAUD, I think the short's positive on this one because I was in this one earlier, so it got me out. Yeah, short's positive for it. Because I'll just show you what the move was and how I got in and out. It was a reverse line traded short side. You can see price came up, broke down below it, came up with hit the 38, moved all the exits up, and then came back down, took us out right over there. I think got out a little bit early, like right around here. But yeah, good trade. GBPCAD. Just gonna try to blow through these pretty quick here now if MetaTrader will load. So short is this one that actually got completed this morning. Actually got me out of the trade. Thank you, GBPCAD. So initiated right here, broke out of this pivot point low. You can see using that pivot point to the left and that pivot point high up here, broke out, came up, never hit the. I got going the opposite way as well. Never hit the 38, so still the exit would be down here in the 127. Came up again, finally hit the 38, so I moved the exits up. And then I think I did like right over here or something like that last night, or maybe right over here. I can't remember. It was last night I got into it, but then she came down, took us out. So that trade is over. We'll look for another short setup. GBPCHF. This is going to be a reverse lightning trade to the long side. Finally a long one. Seems like I've only been doing short ones. Price came, broke out this pivot point high right there. You can see all the way to the left over here. There's pivot point high, broke out of it, and then there's pivot point low down there. So I initiated the trade. Never came up, hit the 127 level. I got in better than the breakout price down over here with my first one. But if price comes down here and hits the 38, that will get me into it. You see it came close, never quite hit it. So it's still valid up to the 127 level, but it comes down here, it hits the 38, gets me into it, and then moves the exit up to 100. Then I have another one waiting at the 78. Doesn't move the exits, but comes down here and hits the 0% line Fibonacci retracement level. That moves all exits just south of the 50. And I think I have for this one, I wasn't lazy and I went and put in the other entries the other way. Yeah, you can see there's the 127, because normally I use the reverse 127, 161, 261, and 423. I can see those down in there going the other way in case you get like some big flash move down. So I can get in because when it traces back, it's gonna be really nice. GBPJPY, reverse light trade long. Then you see price broke out of the, let me take off this one, don't need that. Price came out and broke out right there. The pivot point high, initiated reverse light trade long. Never went up obviously and hit the 127. Came down, hit 38, just kept going down. And then, you know, I was in this trade earlier, I believe, and I got out and then got back in because I got out for a little profit, got back in right here because that's pretty close to being a free trade right there. I'll lose that. Price continues to go down, get me at the 78, continues to go down, and if this time it hits, if it gets close enough to the pivot point low and gets me in, you can see last time it got really close, but never got enough to get me into it. But if it comes down and hits down there, and that moves all exits just below 50%. And you can see I have my other entries at the reverse Fibonacci levels down there. GBPPLN, another trade I'm in right here. This is going to be the reverse line trade to the short side. There's pivot point high, there's pivot point low. Price broke out, initiated, hit 38, move the stops up. Never has come up and hit the 0% line to move them down. And currently the exit is down here at the I guess the pivot point low is going to be where the exit is. So working out so far. See if it continues. GBP NZD. This has a bigger setup on the daily chart. Here for the short setup, we're just waiting for a move down right here. All the other 1 hour short setups have got filled right there. Let's switch to daily chart real quick, see what that looks like. Okay, it's not, yeah, sorry, MetaTrader sucks. This is going to be a short setup. Come on, goodness gracious. But anyways, that's the 38.127 trade to the short side using the daily chart. Yeah, pivot point high, pivot point low, price hit 38. So this is definitely a trade you can get in right here. The price is currently right here, just above the 50% level. If it comes up and hits 61, then that moves all the exits up to just north of the 38% level down here. If it hits the 78 going this way, I have the fibs drawn reverse, but it hits the 78 level, that moves it just north of 50, and then finally if it goes up and hits the 0% level, you move it just north of the 61% level right there. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's right, I just have that leveled incorrectly, the 23.6. So it comes up, moves it up there. But that's on the daily chart, and I just don't like trading the daily chart for my main entry for it, unless price is completely oversold for it. GBPCAD long is neutral, so what that means is there is no, the rollover rate is not positive or negative. It's probably going to change here next week to obviously one way is positive or negative, but you just don't get a little bit interest into your account holding on to any lots over here. Sorry, I think froze up again. But anyways, I was just trying to check the trade, but apparently MetaTrader is, this is horrible right now. So if this thing doesn't tighten up here in a second, I'm just gonna in this video. This is ridiculous right here. Goodness gracious, this is horrible. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, there it goes, finally moved. All right, GBPCAD, let's see if we can see that. So long is positive right now. So is there a long trade we can look at right here? That would be reverse lightning trade. Yeah, you know what? I think there is one. Look at this. Draw it down here if it worked. We'll see here in a second. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna do. This is terrible right now. The MetaTrader is going so freaking slow. So this is gonna be the last one I go over. I don't want to make a video that's just waiting for MetaTrader to do its thing. So yeah, so using that pivot point low, that high price. Wait a second. No, it's not. Hold on. I'm messing that up. That's not right. Okay, I didn't draw that correctly. So disregard. There's no trade setup right here for it. GBPUSD. Short is positive. So where we are. Oh gosh, now I can't talk either. I'm acting like MetaTrader. We're looking for price to break down below this pivot point low right here, and that would initiate a reverse lightning trade to the short side. See here, NZDCHF. Currently in this one. There's the pivot point over here, high, pivot point low, price came, broke out, initiated to long side. See, I got in right here, got in again right here, I'm in here, here. Oh good, it got me down here finally. Okay, so now it's got me to the reverse side right here, got down here at the 127. You can see my exit is still just south of the 50% level right here. And yeah, good. So I got entries down over here as well. So if price continues to go down, it's going to get me in at the levels right here, and I don't have to move the exit anymore. I may move it down depending on how many more entries it gets me in down here and how much profit I get when price eventually reverses back up. All right, NCD. Yeah, this video starting to run long. This will actually be the last one I'm gonna do. So NZD, actually we'll go over some of the USD pairs. Those are popular. NZDJPY long, we're just waiting for a breakout to the upside right here. Nothing happening. USDCAD 38.127 long. This is a live trade. When I'm not in though, I'm just getting into it when it hits the 38. I definitely do not want to get it north of the 38, just because if price does go against you, you have to get in with more lots than I would like just to make sure you're getting profits. That's why I at least try to get in at the 30% line or better, meaning price going more south. But currently the exit up's here at the 127% level. USDCHF long rollover is positive. This one actually just completed this week. Nice trade to be in. See pivot point high, pivot point low, price broke out. Never hit the 127 up here. Continue to go down, so that got me in. Got in at 38, and then also down here at the 0%. And then so what that does is moves the exit just south of the 50%. As you can see, price come up here and just ticked it, but just enough because my exit was right around here. I believe that's why I keep my exit lower, just to make sure it gets you out. As you can see, what happens, price go up and barely tick it, and especially in the Forex market, with the way they take their money from you is from the spread. So even when price ticks, oh, excuse me, just stretching. Whenever price does tick the hard exit level, which would be the 50% level up here, is not going to get me out of this trade because it doesn't have enough of the spread to cover to go up a little bit more to fulfill my sell orders up there. So that's why I always keep my exit slightly below the hard exit levels for there to ensure I get filled and get out. And that's exactly what happened there. So that one's over. That trade, nice trade. That one worked out well. USDHUF. This is going to be a reverse line trade to long side. Got in this one last night. You can see price broke out to initiate it. Never hit the 127. Came back and reversed down here. I would just have me looking at the charts. Fortunate to get in right down here, and price continues to shoot up. So we'll see if it goes up there and hits it and knocks it out. If not, you see how my other entries ready in the exit levels to move down. If it hits 38, and if it goes down and hits 0, the exit level moving down here. USDJPY, long positive. This is going to reverse lightning trade using that pivot point. And that pivot point, you can see price broke out right here to initiate it. And then the current exit is up here just below the 127. And you can barely see my entry, but I'm in right there, right around the breakout level. USD NOK, reverse lightning trade to the long side. And that pivot point high, that low, price broke out, initiated it. Came down 38, came down, this is one I think I'd already gotten out of. I can't remember what happened. Anyways, for some reason I'm not in right here. The price did not come down here enough to take me out of it right here, so the current exit is still up here, just below the 100% level. Well, I know I entered the 78 at the 70% line later than after price started moved back up. Last but not least, USDCHF 38.127 trade currently in. It's pip point low, pip point high. Price broke out, came down 38. That's where I get in right there. You can see how the spread, because I believe I got in like right around here, but the spread got in up here. And but instead of like charging commissions the way futures do, where they charge you a couple bucks to buy and sell, just for if anyone's unsure of how the Forex trading works, is I believe you can do that if you want to kind of have a fixed buy and a fixed sell charge for you. But the way most or a lot of people trade is, instead of using that, we have to pay say $2 to get in to the long side and $2 again to sell to get out. What it does is they just take a couple extra pips from you from your entry price. So say you want to get in right here at the 38% level, so you do get in right there, but what it does is it adds a couple pips to it, and that's how these brokers make their money, is through the difference in what they're charging you and what you're getting in. And that's called the spread. And so then the current exit up here is just below the 127, and if it goes down here and hits the 61, that's going to get me in right here, and that move the exit up here to 38. But price continues to go down, hits the 78.6 that way, that's going to move me just below the 50%. And the price continues finally to go down, hits 0% down here, that moves all exits just below the 61.8. and I think I should have the entries. Yeah, I got entries the other way, only at the 127, but I'll probably put another one in at the 161 and 261 as well. But anyways, that's it. That's the Forex stuff. That's what I'm doing right now. So have a good one. Thanks. Bye.